Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This video will just be working with Dexter, showing how he progresses on sit.
If you don't already use NuVet, be sure to click the link in the description or use our code to order. I have another video coming about why we love NuVet and the benefits of using the great supplement.
Okay, so we're gonna start with sit.
Up, no, sit, up, up, sit, no, up, up, sit, no, up, sit, up, sit, no, up, 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 sit, sit, good, sit, good, sit. No, up, sit, no, up, 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 sit, 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 no, up, up, sit, good, sit, good, sit. No, no, up, no, up, no, up, sit, up, Dexter, up, sit, 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 good, good. No, no, up, sit, 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 good, sit. Okay, so I voice-overed here because no one wants to hear me repeat the same thing over and over, but it's very repetitive, so I'm just telling him to sit and using positive and negative reinforcement. So when he doesn't do it, I say no, and then when he does do it, I say good. Up, sit, up, sit. Hey, sit, sit. Hey, sit, good. Sit. Sit. My daughter came and helped out for a little bit, so I cut a piece of that out. But again, I'm just repeating, and then I'm taking him for a walk if he seems a little off, just to kind of switch things up a little bit for him. And then lots of praises. As he starts to get it more, you want to praise a whole lot more. In the beginning, it's a lot of like no or hey or whatever it is, the command that you want to use, and correcting them and putting them back and showing them where it is that you want them to be. So he starts to get it here, and we take a few more laps, and he's starting to do it a lot faster, so it was really good. But I just wanted to fast forward through this because it's very repetitive and it could get pretty old pretty quickly. But I wanted to show it as well so you know what to expect, that it's not just instant. Sit. Good. Good boy. Good boy.
Sit with an implied stay. So this is going to be part 2 on how you can further work on that.
Dexter, sit. Sit. Hey, sit. Good. Sit. No, sit. Dexter, sit. No, sit. Good. Sit. No, sit. Sit. So I want to get to a loose leash point today, so that's what I'll work on for the next few days. No, sit. Up. Sit. Up. Sit. Sit. Working on sit for a little while, so as his mind starts to get kind of bored of what we're doing, to bring him back to what we're doing, I'm going to do a few laps. So heel. Not only does this help put his brain in a different state, but it also works on our heel command that we want him to get really well with when he's walking on a leash. Which I have a video for that, if teaching him how to walk on a leash, which is really important. You should start with that and sit. So we're just going to do a few laps. And we're going to come right back up to our platform. Up. Sit. Go on a little bit. Sit. Good. Sit. Same thing. I want to try a few looser leash ones. No. Sit. Good. No. Sit. Sit. Good. Good. Sit.
Good. Sit. No. Sit. So it's very repetitive when you're first starting, but as you progress, you don't want to have to say it 800 million times. I've said this before in a few of my other videos. Right now it's very repetitive. I'm repeating it over and over multiple times in order to get that word memorized in his mind. Sit. Good. Sit. No, sit. 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 Dexter, sit. Good. So that's it for part 2. You want to work on that a few days until they look like they have it mastered, and then I'll show you the next step that you'll work on. To part 3, this is your final part that you want to work on and start to master. They should do really well with this. I'm going to keep the lead on him just to see how he does for a little bit, and then I might try it off lead. Eventually, when you master this, obviously you want to get to a point where you no longer have to use the lead. We're just going to walk him a few times.
So my neighbor's dog was barking quite a bit, and Dexter was kind of hyper, so I just walked him a few times to kind of get him focused and get a little bit of his energy worked out and get him in the mindset of training. That's why I fast forwarded here.
So then we're going to come to our first step. Up, sit. So the next step for this, obviously you do it with the lead, correcting them on, then you try and dangle and jangle the leash. The next step is I'm just going to drop it. No, sit. No, sit. So I want him to get to this point where I can walk around, I can do some stuff. I don't necessarily have to be next to him, and he'll stay there. So this is always supposed to be, I never teach stay, it's just sit with stay implied. They should always, unless they're released, they need to sit. So he's doing pretty good with that. So I'll pick up the lead, we'll do another lap. Heel. Up. And sit. So same thing, we'll drop the lead. We'll walk around. No, sit. So I'll come over here and maybe walk a little further. No, sit. Give him a correction because I can kind of see. No, sit. No, sit. Up. Dexter, up. Dexter. So I want him to go up there by himself, but if he doesn't, I can lead him back on. Sit. 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 So again, same thing, I'll give him the command. Trying to walk a little further so he gets a better idea. No, sit. No, sit. Good, sit. So he gets a better idea. Again, you just want to go around. You're working on mastering this portion of it so that they'll stay where they're supposed to. So even come up here, maybe dilly-dally a little. He likes leaves, so let's see if we can entice with some leaves. Nope. Sit. Up. Sit. 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 So same thing, I'll walk around, look at some leaves. Good, sit. This is the final step. You kind of want to get to this point where you can do other stuff, and if they're doing well with this, then make them sit and maybe go make a sandwich or something smaller, right? Go rake a few leaves, come back, make sure they're still sitting, correct as needed. So you want them to be able to stay there as long as you want them to without having to hold the leash. Obviously, again, for this purpose, I want to have the leash in case I need it, in case he jumps off so I can correct him back. When correcting back, you want to work on getting them to correct back by themselves. So without you having to pull the leash on, because you're not always going to have your dog leashed inside the house, but you still want them to know this skill. So again, I'm just going to walk around because I haven't told him anything in a little while. So this is just kind of working on him using it for a long period of time without me having to repeat it multiple times. Because that's where you want to get. You don't want to have to repeat it so many times.
Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, you're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Yeah. 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 Good boy.
Heel. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. There's only more videos to come. More grooming videos, more training videos, and more plain cute puppy videos. Thanks for watching.